I'm Jared, watching the Tampa Bay Lightning play Montreal Canadiens, and you're watching Post to Post.
Hello and welcome to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey and all teams. And again, just another great night of hockey. Not as close as the playoffs have been. We saw a 4-0 game. We saw a 4-1 game. The 4-1 game, the Boston-Tampa, the game I'll talk about first, that was closer than the score would have dictated. We'll get into it for sure. I have my notes here as usual. But before I talk any games from last night, I have two things to mention first. Thing number one is if you do speak Spanish, I do not. Not many people in Canada do. But if you speak Spanish, I know we have a lot of American viewers, and a lot of Americans do speak Spanish as well. A lot of Canadians speak French, so it's the two differences between the countries. But if you do speak Spanish, there is a guy. His name's Juan. He's actually a Patreon supporter. He's a super good guy. He sent in some stuff in the mail as well to us. And he has a podcast called Puck Latino. He's up to 14 episodes so far. And he said to me, I really enjoy what you do. You actually inspired me to create something of my own, and this is what I've created. Now, I can say that I listened to it, and I did listen to it. I don't know what he's saying, but I did listen to it. But I do know that he's a good guy. So if you do speak Spanish, I seriously consider checking it out. I'll leave all the links down below in the pinned comment or in the description, something like that, so you can check it out. It's on iTunes. I think it's on SoundCloud and some other stuff. I can't remember exactly what it's on, but lots of platforms for you to listen to it on. And yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, hockey is a very North American sport, and when that reaches other languages and countries like Mexico and all those South American kind of countries, and hockey is obviously not very big down there. So the fact that we're now in this new world, the world of technology, where someone can create a Spanish hockey podcast for those viewers down there, or those fans down there who don't get that type of content, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty special thing. Pretty cool world that we live in that we can do that. So definitely go check it out if you do speak Spanish. I'm sure you'll be very happy. Thing number two, as you guys know, I've created a tier on Patreon, and if you contribute at that level or above, so $10 or above, you get entered into win a jersey. So it's kind of like a raffle. So you give $10 a month and you have a chance at a jersey. So there was, I think, over 45 from last month, because last month which is April, I started at $5 or more. So the next month, which is May, which is this month, that winner will be announced in June. It's complicated. That'll have less because it's starting at $10. So I'm going to do the draw soon. So if you're watching, if you have contributed at $5 or more in April, we'll be doing the draw soon. It's for the Winnipeg jersey, my only Winnipeg jersey. Need to get my size Winnipeg jersey. That one's a large. That's the reason why I'm giving it away. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that soon, so heads up there. If you're interested in being part of that potential giveaway every single month, jersey every single month, all you need to do is contribute at $10 on Patreon. It's $10 monthly, and it's kind of like a raffle. It's kind of like 50-50 or something like that. Like you go to a game and you buy a ticket for $2 and you have a chance at a prize. This is the same thing. It helps support us and allows us to give back as well. And it's a jersey. I think everybody is starting to get into collecting jerseys now. So every month it'll be a different jersey. And if you win, then you're taken out of the entry for the next month. So if you contribute one month at $10 and you end up winning the first month, and you get the jersey, there's no pressure. You don't have to keep contributing on Patreon. You can remove your contribution if you'd like. And yeah, so it's just a fun process, and it's a way I can give back as well. So April's was Winnipeg. This month, May's, I haven't decided yet. It's either going to be Toronto, Philadelphia. Oh, no, never mind. It's going to be New York. It's going to be a New York Rangers jersey for May. So there you go. If you'd like to win a New York Rangers jersey, head on down to below to the description and click on the Patreon link, and that'll take you where you need to go, and you can see the tier and contribute there. Anyways, just a little heads up that the jersey giveaway video will be coming very soon for April. Now into the games. I have my notes here. When I'm watching the games, I kind of make notes. Some mental, some physical. It depends on if I have a piece of paper next to me. And that Tampa-Boston game, I didn't get to see all of it, but what I did get to see, I wrote down as much as I could. Like I said at the beginning, it was 4-1, but it felt like a closer game than a 4-1 game. There are 4-1 games that you watch and you're like, okay, clearly that's a 4-1 game. Didn't really get that feeling with this game. Felt it was more almost like a 2-1, 3-2 kind of game, but scores don't lie. Obviously, there was an empty net there as well, I believe, at the end by Stamkos. But poor coverage by Boston. I felt like they were standing still quite a bit, especially in that first period. Just they looked tired, kind of like they did in Game 6 and the first half of Game 7 in the previous series. They look a little tired. A lot of standing still, poor coverage in front of the net. Just poor man-on-man coverage. Chara specifically, I think, made 2 or 3 pretty terrible coverage mistakes in that first period. Boston's taking undisciplined penalties, which is something they've been struggling with so far these playoffs. 27 penalty minutes last night versus Tampa Bay's 19. Backus is kind of on that line and crossing it, taking some silly penalties he shouldn't take. Some retaliatory penalties, so it's a little frustrating to watch. Even though I'm cheering for Tampa, it's as someone who, as a hockey fan first, is frustrating to see those retaliatory penalties because you guys should be smarter than that for sure. With that said, Boston I felt like they did play pretty strong for the most part. There were obviously parts, the first period was a little different story, but for the most part of the game, I felt Boston played pretty well. They had a ton of fabulous opportunities. They missed the net a lot. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it felt like they missed the net a lot. But Vasilevsky was really, really good last night. But there were opportunities that Boston had that you were like, okay, that's going to be a goal, and no, it's not. I think the Tampa Bay top line, if you look at the playoffs in a whole so far, well, we'll stick with the series. They haven't really been contributing as expected. You've really seen contributions from other lines, other players. Palat had a great game last night, and it's just it's not really a negative. It's a positive when you have other lines that can contribute and stuff. But a little piece of you probably starts to worry about what's going on with that top line, because the goal they did score last night, I believe, was an empty net goal. I didn't, unfortunately, get to see the last probably 8 minutes of that game. So, yeah. But I feel like next game is pretty positively going to go Boston's way. I think that they've had enough, and they a little frustrated. They're going to be a lot more disciplined. I'm pretty confident that Boston's going to pull out a win next game. On to the San Jose Vegas game. Did you guys see that Sorensen goal? Because it was pretty great. It was really great. The patience that he showed was amazing. So, good job, Sorensen. I felt like I've got a lot of San Jose notes here, and it's not that the last thing I have is not that Vegas played bad, because I don't think they did. I think they played pretty well, but San Jose was just everywhere in the game last night. They played very good in every single aspect of the game. In the face-off circle, they're 56%, for example. Just like every little aspect of the game, I felt San Jose was just on top of their game. Really played well. Cycled the puck really well. Even defensively, they blocked 19 shots last night. If you've watched any San Jose in the regular season, one of the best shot-blocking teams in the league, if not the best. LA would be up there too, but San Jose does a very good job. And last night they blocked 19 shots, which is awesome. I believe the shots were 34-34, so just picture those 19 block shots getting through. So those are huge blocks, and if you watch them in the defensive zone, they will push the play to the outside, but when the puck gets into the middle, in front of the net, around the net, they all collapse. It's just a sea of green or teal, I guess, in front of of the net. They're really, really good at that and preventing secondary and tertiary shots. So that's one thing I really do like about my San Jose Sharks is that defensively they're a very good team. Other than game one, let's not talk about it. What else is? I thought Jones was great. He had a really strong game positionally. He was always there to make the save, and he made saves look easy at times that probably were very difficult. So it was a very good positional night for Jones. He got a shutout. I believe that was his 6th career playoff shutout, which is pretty cool. And like I said, it's not that Vegas played bad. They did give up more odd man rushes than they usually do, and I think defense will be preached pretty heavily by Gerard Gallant post-game practice if they have it, and pre-game coming up. So I suspect defensively Vegas to be locked in. I fully expect Vegas to win the next game. It's probably going to be a low-scoring game. That would be my prediction, very low-scoring game. And I would not expect San Jose to score a lot of goals next game, so that's my prediction. Vegas is going to win the next game. I believe make the series 3-2. Then it'll come back to San Jose. I think San Jose is going to win that one at home, make it 3-3, and then it's going to go back to Vegas for Game 7. That's my low-key prediction. Don't put any money on that. My predictions aren't very good. Anyways, that's all I have for today's video. I have other stuff that I do want to talk about. I'm going to talk about the Tom Wilson hit. I'm going to film that next, so you'll see that video next, I think, because I do want to talk about it. I talked a little bit about it yesterday, but I want to talk a little bit more about it in its own separate video. So that's coming up. What else? I'm going to talk about the NHL refereeing. I'm going to film that tonight with the GOAT. He's going to join me because there's been some non-calls. There's been some calls that shouldn't have been calls. There's just been all kinds of stuff. So I want to have a little conversation about refereeing in the NHL in these playoffs. So you can expect to see that soon. And there are definitely some other videos that we do plan on making tonight. I think another mail time, and there's one other thing. I can't remember what it was, but definitely lots of videos being filmed today. So keep an eye out for that. And so thank you guys very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I forgot to mention the sweater. I got this sweater recently. It's the logo for the Centennial game that they played in Ottawa in December, Montreal versus Ottawa. And I really like this logo. So I thought I'd get a sweater with it on, and I have a Vegas sweater just like this, and it's super comfortable, so I wanted to get a second sweater as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good day. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you are new, please hit the subscribe button. And like I said at the beginning, if you want to get in on the jersey giveaway, head on down to the Patreon link and click that and sign up. So thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.